Hello, honey roses. Welcome to Milk Honey Rose. I am Mystic Alchemy. Thank you for being here. If you would like to book a healthy conversation, purchase any of the readings or my books that I've written, you can just visit www.milkhoneyrose.org to do so. And feel free to join the membership. I'd appreciate your support. You'd be greatly appreciated. Okay, I will be posting in the membership weekly. I posted a video yesterday as well. I might post some tonight, I don't know. But I will be posting in there. So thank you for those who are a part of the membership. You are appreciated. Thank you for your support. Okay, let's see what Spirit has for you today. This could be about family, nostalgia, the past, moving away from the past. I don't know what happened in there, but let's see. Holding back. I heard holding back the tears. There's something about like trying to hurry up and get the hell away from the past. I don't know if this is family that you had a feud with or something ended with family. It ended something. And you had to fight your way out of it. It had to do with multiple people, 3 or more. And these people are on your mind a lot because of what they did to you, how they treated you. And you were trying to hold back from even acknowledging what happened or saying something to them about whatever happened because you were betrayed, and it's like it was hard for you to even face this, but you had to give yourself the grace to be able to leave from this situation so that you could heal, so that you could feel better, because whatever was happening, it had to end in order for you to actually live happily. Yeah, because now it's like you feel so much better. Oh, and then there's the King and Queen of Pentacles here. Okay. Well, let's see. Because I'm not sure what you left from, but you left, and you left fast. Okay, you couldn't wait to leave. I mean, I don't know how fast it was. Like maybe you were there for years and then you were able to leave. But there's something about some type of, it could have been a mother that you were trying to get away from because she was tripping. I'm getting a feminine energy was doing what? What was she doing? Trying to strong arm you? Who was trying to strong arm you? Okay, it feels like, oh my goodness, you know what this feels like? This feels like I don't feel like it's completely horrible, but I feel like you were overwhelmed by this family member's energy because they didn't want to let you grow up, and like they didn't want you to leave. They didn't want you to leave. It feels, but it doesn't feel like this mother figure is absolutely horrible, but it feels like a little selfish. It feels like the mother's selfish, but selfish with you to the point where she doesn't, with the Ace of Swords coming out, she didn't really want you to get into a relationship, because I see a King and Queen of Pentacles right here at the bottom. So you wanted to get away because you felt like smothered by this person. And who is this 3 of Cups here? Who was that? Somebody that's very abrasive towards you, because I feel like you're the Empress. Someone's very, it feels like, okay, it feels like family members always had a lot to say about your dating life and who you were with and what's going on with you, and always looking for something wrong. But it just feels like this energy where you would be happy, but they would always find something wrong because they had, whoever's giving this negative energy, they love you though, don't get me wrong, but their energy was just overbearing, because it's like they they had messed up relationships in life, so they would project that energy onto you and throw you off. And it would make you feel like really bad because you would really like someone and you just want to live your life too. And instead of them letting you live your life, instead of just dropping jewels on you so you could do your best with what the lessons that are given, it's kind of like they were trying to treat you like a child even when you were an adult. And that could be challenging to experience from any elder in your life. You just you needed to regenerate your emotional state. I just heard you needed regeneration. Out to see. Yeah, there's a lot of like you wanting to leave and you knowing that was best for you, and you just had people just pulling at you, trying to pull you away from what it is that you really wanted in your life, because these people just wanted you to stick around. And sometimes they would be very overbearing with their opinion a lot, to the point where they didn't really give you room to think yourself. They kept trying to tell you how to think, but you didn't always agree. You are someone who you've always had your own mind, so you don't take it well when you feel like someone's projecting onto you, because I feel like you are intelligent, because I did see the Ace of Swords come out. I feel like you're very intelligent, and you could tell when people are giving you like sage advice, which I'm not saying all of the advice that they gave was wrong, but what I am saying is that you could see through the facade, and you were able to see that they kind of had a little bit of jealousy, because who you deal with or who you've dealt with, they were good, because I'm seeing this Queen and King here of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles here. Yeah, this is somebody's story here, because the way it's coming out is very clear that there's some people in your family that they never agree with anybody that you're with, and they love you, they're overprotective and all that, but it's become a little bit too much, because it's to the point where they're not even letting you explore and live life and make mistakes and things like that. And it's good to take sound advice and all that, but it got to the point where their words and their perspective with the projections included, it just became too much. What is the advice, Spirit? Let's see. What is the advice for our honey roses? Waves of attention. What else? Magic wand. It's like Spirit is saying, stay true to self. Bridge the gap. The bridge the gap is upside down, and the stormy seas is upside down as well. They're basically saying you keep your distance from these individuals. Not to say don't talk to them at all, but when it comes to your love life, not unless it's like, something you want to talk about. But I don't even feel like you would want to talk about anything with these individuals, because their energy wasn't like, it didn't feel supportive, honestly. I feel like you've dealt with a lot of energies in your life, like familial, on the familial perspective of it, where you didn't feel like they were very supportive of you. You know that they have love for you, but the projections are just way too much, and you're not with all that. Like, look, I gotta live my life, man. Just leave me alone. Let me make my choices. Thank you for the tips and tricks. I'll use them. I'll use what works for me. But as an adult, they gotta let you live, okay? Waves of attention, magic wand, bridge the gap. You don't want to tell them. You're not even interested in telling them anything about your personal life with your person, just because you know how they are. And I get that. And because they just give you chaos with the storm in reverse. You just felt like you were in a whirlwind. It just feels like a bunch of people just coming to you, talking to you, and you'll want to share something and then wish you didn't share it. It's giving that type of energy. So Spirit is basically saying attend to them on a certain level. Like, don't really share the relationship stuff with them, because every time you start talking about like a relationship, they get all chaotic, and it's really because of what they went through. A part of what they're saying is out of genuine love, and they don't want you to go through what they went through. But the other aspect of it is a little inkling of envy, because you have a chance to live the life that they didn't, is what I just picked up on. Okay, so yeah, just keep that disconnected and check it, and stay strong to living your own life, do right for yourself, okay? And some of the stuff that they did tell you that actually makes sense to you, of course it's good to use it, but it's just healthier for your own emotional stability to not tell them anything about what's going on. Not unless you change your mind, but for your own not safety, but for your own emotional stability, just because they get turned up when you start talking about like relationship stuff, just leave it alone. Yeah, that's what Spirit is saying. What else is here? Plant the seed. Plant the seed. Some of you might be getting pregnant by this person. Maybe that's what you want to tell them, but then a part of you doesn't want to tell them. Maybe somebody's pregnant and you don't want to tell somebody, or it's just that you're in the process of creating in secret and you don't want to tell anybody because you feel like everybody's not going to be happy for you. And I feel like that's a good idea, because sometimes, people be trying to contact the lower frequency energies to try to put an obstacle in front of you if they know what you're doing. Not to say it will work, but you just don't want no negative energy, unnecessarily to be thrown your way, and words to be spoken that might try to stop you from doing what it is that is on your heart to do. Because people could do that, but they can only do it if you listen. So the key is to make sure you stay true to yourself, so you don't make a mistake and listen to people who don't mean you no good. Okay, so that's it for this message. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you in the next one.